We should be going live here in a minute. We should be going live here in a minute. Street level, how's it going, man? What's green and pouty? The incredible sulk. Wow, he started the live stream on a really silly note. Really silly note. I'm trying to post my live streams. Can you hear me okay? Perfectly? Awesome. I'm on the wrong stream. Sorry, this is starting slower than I expected. Everything just wasn't set up properly. All right. Ah, there you are. That's what she said. It wasn't set up properly. I tried. All right. How's it going, street level? How you doing? We're kind of low on trailers this week, but I got a couple that seem kind of interesting, I think. At least I hope they are. Let's see, I have it in the description. I don't know if you can see it in the description, but we got On Chesil Beach. Looks like a drama with the actress from Lady Bird. Kings, which is a new Halle Berry movie. The Forgiven, which I don't remember who might be in that one. Blockers, which is a new comedy with John Cena and some other people, I think. And then The Outsider, which looked in people, that was the big one this week, I think, but I can't remember anything about it. So I know I kind of looked it up to see who was in it, but I totally forgot what it was. So it's, I don't know. Those are in there, though. But we kind of had a slow week on trailers. Yeah, fresh reactions. I like to at least kind of know who's in it. Maybe so I can say, oh, I like this guy or whatever, but It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a reaction video, so I get to find out who it is during the reaction and then go over it afterwards, right? Yeah, everybody is letting the Black Panther storm settle, because that thing was, man, that went crazy. Was it 235 million opening weekend? 3-day weekend? That's nuts. And I think this week it was the highest grossing MCU for the first week ever. Which is also nuts. I mean, it makes sense. It was a good movie. It's an important movie. 4-day is 242 million. Yeah. You know, the projections, what was funny is they do those early projections for how much they think a movie is going to make for opening weekend. And a lot of the projections were saying maybe 95 million. And then people like, I watch Collider. I really like those guys. And they were like, that's too low. And they're saying, we're hoping like 150 plus. It just broke everybody's ideal of what it would be. Even I thought it would be over 150 million, but I was not expecting 235 for the 3-day weekend. Yeah, Collider's Movie Talk, they go through a lot of cool stuff, I think. And I like the Schmodown. I like those movie trivias. Do I think Game Night is going to overtake it? No. Nowhere close. I think you might get a 40% drop on Black Panther, possible a 60 just because it opened at such a high number. But I bet you it'll still pull 150, 160 million on second weekend. And Game Night's probably not going to make any more than 15, 20 million maybe opening weekend, which would be really good for that movie. I mean, that would hit their projections, I think. Actually, might even go over it. You're hearing terrible things about Annihilation? Well, don't tell me anything, because I don't like hearing reviews before I review something, and I'm going to be reviewing that. I don't want any of my reviews to be influenced by other people's reviews, so I don't look at other reviews until after I review a movie. But I've heard mixed. I've heard some people say they hate it and other people say they love it. But that's it. I haven't heard anything more than that. And me and Matt and his friend Ian, who's also he's like a producer on his Batman Master of Fear web series, and he's all three of us are going to try and do a Twitch live stream discussion on Annihilation. So if the movie is good or bad or somewhere in the middle, at least it'll be an interesting discussion. I mean, you got 3 film nerds and just nerds in general talking about a movie, so that should be fun. I think we're going to try and do it next Thursday for that one, for the Twitch live stream for that. And then we also are going to do Mute, the new movie on Netflix, because it's a spiritual sequel to Moon, and I love Moon. I thought that was a great movie. Looking forward to my Stardust review. Yeah, I'll be doing it after. I don't know when I'll be seeing it. Maybe Monday or whenever my... Yeah, Duncan Jones, who did Moon, that was his first movie. And actually, he wanted to do Mute as his first movie. He wrote it like 16 years ago. And they had an interview with him on Collider. And so when he couldn't get that one made, because he had sent the script to Sam Rockwell, and he loved it. And then he decided, well, we can't do that one, so let's do Moon. And so this is a spiritual sequel. It's not a direct sequel. It might be in the same universe kind of thing, but it really has nothing to do with Moon story-wise. So when that happens, they call it a spiritual sequel. It's kind of the same sci-fi-ish world. So I want to see Mute because I loved Moon. I tried to say Moon and Mute at the same time and it came out Moot. Do I have Movie Pass? Yes, I do, and I love it. I love Movie Pass. It is some awesome stuff. Do you have it? It's great, isn't it? I love it. It's awesome. Saves me a lot of money. I go to the movies a lot. Do you know if there's a way of being around being 100 yards from it to purchase your ticket? No. It all goes by GPS location. And I mean that's one of the downfalls of it is not downfall, but one of the negatives I guess would be that you can't purchase tickets ahead of time. But for $10 a month, I'm willing to give that up and just, if I need to buy something ahead of time, I'll just spend the money on that one movie. But it's not I don't think it's a huge catch. I mean, you're basically paying $10 a month to see as many movies as you want. You watch one movie and it already is less than a movie ticket. So you see 2 movies, you got a free movie. So I think it's worth the catch. I guess it's worth the risk or worth the trouble. In my mind, I think it's worth it. Yeah, a lot of theaters out here have reserved seating also, and I love that. You're in New York City? A lot of times I don't even do the Movie Pass until I get right at the box office. Yeah, it's more of like the time. I try and go at a certain times that have less people. You know, like on a day off, I'll go during the day, like first showing. Or I might go to the absolute latest showing they have because that's always got less people. Try and do weekdays between Monday and Wednesday, that kind of thing. I haven't normally had too much of a problem, except for that Padmavat review that I did on the other channel, Koricon Nala, because I got there and I tried to use Movie Pass and it was sold out. You can't do multiple movies in one day. It's one movie every 24 hours or one movie per day. I don't think it's specifically 24 hours, but it's one movie per day. So I think it goes by the date. Whatever date it is when you sign in. Because I don't think they're going to restrict you from seeing a 7 p.m. showing on one day, and then you can't see a 1 p.m. showing the second day because it's not 24 hours yet. Koricon Nala plug. Yeah, well, I always get... you made a hashtag out of it? I should have a hashtag Koricon Nala plug, Koricon nerd plug, and just do them all over the place. You've had it for a month and a half. I've had it for about 4 months, 5 months. Probably closer to 5 months. The only movie I had a problem with, though, was Padmavat. Everything else I was able to see. No, you can't see the same... Well, you can see the same movie multiple times, just not in the same day. So, like, if you want to go watch Black Panther 5 times in a row, Monday through Friday, go for it. I cut my nail, and it's down to the... It hurts. You're sure? Yeah, it says 1 movie per day, so it doesn't matter if you watch movies multiple times. No, I don't think it's a problem. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at... actually, I can't show you that. Maybe I can. Looking at the website... Nope, I can't. Here we go. Your MoviePass subscription entitles you to see one standard format 2D movie every calendar day, so it is every date, not every 24 hours. At any participating theater, you are also allowed to see the same movie more than once, with an exclamation point. They wanted to make sure that you understood that. Yeah, woohoo, go watch Black Panther like 10 times. I was going to watch Star Wars The Last Jedi multiple times, and I did see it multiple times, but I think I saw it twice with MoviePass. No, actually I saw it 3 times with MoviePass, now that I think about it. So even I've done it. You were rewatching last Friday's stream. What's the different cups? Oh. This is coffee. I'm not a big fan of US Bank, but they make really good tumblers. It's my favorite tumbler because it screws on, it doesn't snap on, and some of the tumblers, they have this like metal lip, but the glue that holds it together really sucks, and then sometimes the liquid gets in there and it's just bad. I've never had a problem with this coffee mug. So it's not really US Bank that makes it. I don't know what company makes it. They just, US Bank put their name on it and I got it for free somewhere. So I love this tumbler. It's always got my coffee. And then this one is just a ginger ale. The other cup is either water or soft soda. How do I have my coffee? Usually black or with a little bit of sugar. Most of the time I use a like a syrup, like hazelnut or French vanilla, little syrup that I put in the coffee pot so that when it drips down it ends up having all of that flavor in there. And it adds a slight hint of, it adds a little bit of sugar to it. So if I don't have that syrup, I'm used to that slight sugar taste that it gives. And so if I have just black coffee, I might put in like a little bit of sugar or something. But I don't put creamer or anything in it. Well, I think you're the only one on the stream, so it doesn't, it's no big deal, no hassle for me. Quickly share how you cut up your full trailer reactions. Well, let's see. I haven't done a trailer reaction. Are you talking about like the editing process or how I do it? Oh, the full episodes, the Young Justice? Yeah. Let's see if this really... This might cause the stream to skip, but let me see if this will come up. Because I just edited a Young Justice today, because 17 went up on Patreon. And 16 went live on YouTube. So there's the thumbnail that I do after the fact. So after I've rendered the video, I go back in and near the beginning and I do the thumbnail and I keep it there, so if I need to get back to change something, it's right there, and then it's easily deleted if I need to delete it. But so I have my intro right here, and I have that fade into my "Hey everybody," that thing. And then we do our intro. We talk about maybe the previous episode or something like that. And then I get into the trailer reaction. So I've got, this is the episode that I'm doing. And I sync up the audio with this audio so that the show is going at the same time that we're listening to it. A lot of times when I film it with XSplit, I'll have the picture-in-picture in there, so it makes it easier to sync it, but I didn't do that with this one. Yeah, you can only show 10 minutes. Now what I do is I just edit it, so like you see these peaks of the audio? That is me or Matt talking. So what I do is I sync up the whole episode, and then I just go through to the sections where you see the audio peaks, which means one of us is talking, and I see what that scene is, and then I just cut that scene. So I started here, and then when this one is over, I cut it. I use this tool to cut it. And then I go to the next one, and whenever I find the next one with some audio peaks of us talking, I'll look at that scene and where I want to begin it. And then I hit Q to go back. So it goes back to the previous cut and puts it together. And then I just do that for the whole episode. And then once I'm finished and I have the initial edit, I look at how long it is. And if it's over 10 minutes, then I go in and I cut something out to keep it under 10 minutes. But most of the time, I haven't had a problem. It could be that me and Matt are just not good at it, and we don't talk very much. But, like, we're better with the analysis part. But the like most of the reaction parts are between, they're like 6 minutes. Now it is a 22-minute show, so it's easy to keep it down under 10 minutes because there's not much of the show. If you're doing a 1-hour show, like one of the CW shows, which I actually wouldn't start doing right now because Warner Brothers is starting to block a lot of those. But if you do a 1-hour show, it's a little more difficult to keep it under 10 minutes. But what I would do is I would just do an initial cut of all of my reaction parts for the hour and see how long it is, and then just start taking things out until I get it under 10 minutes. But then after the episode edits... Oh, and this one is pretty funny. Someone was yelling in the background of Matt's. So we weren't actually reacting to the episode. You just heard someone yell in the background. Made us both laugh. And then the last half, the last part, I guess I wouldn't say half because it's a 23-minute video and the reaction part is over at minute 7. I just edit it like I would normally edit just us talking. Which that one has a really long edit. There's one. That. Those are mostly just to cut out some dead air, like if one of us is thinking of what we wanted to say. Am I telling a story of what happens on the episode, or are you trying to show mostly when you guys talk to make it interesting? No, I don't care about the story of the episode during the reaction part. That's what the review and analysis discussion afterwards is for. And the people that are watching the reaction videos, they've seen the episode. Or at least they should have seen the episode. Most of them already have seen the episode. And so they don't need the story of the episode to be told to you. They just want to see what parts you reacted to and how you reacted to it. So I might give like a couple of seconds before what we reacted, just to give context of what the scene is. But I don't care about the story when it comes to editing the reaction part. I don't care about the story. I'm just fitting in as many of our reactions as I can in that 10 minutes. Because people want to see us laugh at the funny parts. They want to see us gasp at, you know, a twist or a turn. But they already know what the story is. They're coming to see how we reacted to the story that they've already watched. You started reacting to Altered Carbon. It feels like a daunting task, but once you get into the editing of it, it's not. You get into this rhythm. I'm not sure which editing software you're using again, but there should be a quick key for like cutting everything up to the last edit. Like for Adobe, it's Q. And so I just, you know, go from the beginning of my scene to where I'm done with the scene, and then I cut that with the cut tool, and then I just go to the next reaction part, and I go to the beginning of whatever that is, and I hit Q, and it takes everything out of that dead space and brings it to the last edit. So it's kind of like, you know, automatically cuts out all that dead space. And once you get into a rhythm of that, it goes by fast in my mind. It doesn't feel like it takes very long, but sometimes it can take me up to an hour or two to actually do the edit. But do I cut the pip already together or have it to edit in later? Oh, do I cut the parts of the pip out that I'm reacting to? No, what I do is I edit them both at the same time because it's a lot easier that way. If I tried to sync up every one of these, that would take forever. So what I do is I have the full unedit, you know, no edits at all. and then I go to where the episode starts, and then I put the full pip in, and then I just go through and I, edit out the reaction parts, and it stays synced the whole time. No, don't try and edit the pip while you're editing the scene. Just put the full pip in with your reaction unedited, and then edit both at the same time, because then it stays synced through the whole edit. Yeah, sync the audio and then do the cutting. I mean, you want to do that with anything you do, like trailers or TV shows, anything where you have to sync something up. Always sync it up before you do your edit. Just because you'll be able to keep the sync throughout the entire video while you're editing it. You don't have to worry about it again. You just got to sync it once. Ah, no problem. I'm actually surprised that my computer was able to handle the processing power of Adobe and XSplit and the internet without really slowing down anything. So this is cool. I could probably do a tutorial for Adobe if I wanted. But this is how many edits I have on my episode. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 with 3 in here because this audio spike was too high. And so I needed to lower the volume. I needed to lower the volume on this small part because it spiked into the red on the audio, and that would have hurt anybody that had headphones on. So I tried to keep it under a -3 on the decibel level. But so maybe 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 edits just for the reaction. I built my PC. I've been a computer nerd my whole life. The first computer I built, I was 12, and it was a 386DX. Or maybe I was 11. It was like 1989, almost 1990. So it was a old 386DX. It was way back in the day. And then I've built every computer that I've owned, except for laptops. Laptops I've bought pre-made just because I didn't really want to mess with them. The Koricon setup video for what, my computer? I built this thing a long time ago. A long time ago. I'm trying to remember everything I put in it. I've got 16 gigs of DDR3. Yeah, 16 gigs of DDR3. I have a i7 870 2.93 gigahertz. So it's an 8-core. Technically, I guess it's a 4-core, but each core has a software duplicate, so it makes it think there's 8 cores. This was an older CPU. When this came out, it was new, but back nowadays it would be considered old. Don't let people see your Windows key. Oh, yeah. I'll edit that out in post and then upload the live stream separate. Then let's see, I've got My hard drive. It's a 2 terabyte hard drive, but it's not a solid state drive. It's just a regular. It's like a 7200 RPM. I think that was a Western Digital that I got. And then I have 2 external hard drives right here that are 1 terabyte apiece. And they're both hybrids. So I think 200, what was it? I think it's like 2 gigabytes, or no, 200 gigabytes are solid state. And then the rest of it is normal hard drive. Just to kind of increase the speed that you can access it. Because it puts things in the front that you're using more. And that's where, those are my backups. I save all of my videos except for trailer reactions. So before, when I did trailer reactions, I would just delete the file for the trailer reaction. But for everything else, I keep everything. So, not sure if you can see some of this, but this is how I have it set up. I have a folder called YouTube, and then I have my Adobe defaults, which has like my intro, outro, the podcasts, the SoundCloud thumbnail edition to make it that perfect square that SoundCloud wants. But I don't want to change my thumbnail, so I just put it in the middle of this. And my little Stardust promo. That way I can easily just dump them into Adobe and then edit them in quickly. Then I have my, what I call a current video. I should name it something different, but I just got used to what it was called. And this has all of my edits. So whether it be trailer reactions, Young Justice, the Breathe episodes, movie reviews, these are the final edits for everything. And I keep the final edits for everything. I have the final edits for my trailer reactions, everything. But I don't keep the raw files from the trailer reactions, like the stuff before the edit. I only keep the final edit. And then I've got like GIFs that I've made for different things, comments from people that I wanted to save. All of the podcast stuff with the thumbnails for SoundCloud. Let's see. My copyright blacklists, my logos and elements. These are pretty interesting. You know, I've got like the different versions of the outro and the intro that I've used throughout the years. All of my little icons that I've used the whole time. My Koricon Nala stuff and Nerd that I made. Just all the little elements and icon things that I've used. And I got my sound effects, the Stardust app stuff, numbers and letters that I would want to use, music, copyright free music that I got off of YouTube and stripped the video of, or stripped the audio off of it. What is this? Elements. Oh, like, I always liked this one.
A few moments later.
Cracks me up. It's a fun little thing you can edit into it. Also, the Travolta is confused. What is going? What? Yeah, I keep the final edits for everything. And then I also, before I'm editing, I have folders for everything. So like, this is for Breathe, that web series show on Koricon Nala. I have every video that is made is separated into its own folders. So like, this is the the intro video that I made saying that I'm going to be reviewing it and what the structure would be. This is the spoiler-free video, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 4 through 8. I didn't do that one. The predictions video, I didn't do that, but I had a folder for it in case I wanted to, and I got, you know, the ones coming up, 7 and 8, posters and elements that I used in the videos, and then I just, when I'm done, I will move this folder into my backup drive. Like, this is my frequently asked questions video I haven't done yet. I was thinking of doing a video on how to make your custom URL on YouTube. I haven't done my Hellraiser review for Judgment. And I was doing a research on the Padmavati controversy, but I haven't done a video on it. This just got my research. Tech reviews, because I got to do a review for... I got these Maono lavalier mics. The company sent them to me asking for a review video, and so I need to do that. And then this one, 100 Days, it's actually turned into something different, but every Friday I've been recording like a little thing of what I've been doing that week. And whenever I feel like stopping, I guess, I'll edit it together into something cohesive, maybe. I don't know. But I've been recording a short thing every Friday about what I've been doing that week and how I've been, you know, changing the channel, like doing the these live streams, how I decided to do these live streams for the trailer reactions, and the calendar that I'm using. I don't think you can see it. I got a calendar right here that's on a swingy thing, so I can easily write on it, keep track of things that I'm posting and when I'm posting them. Stuff like my peak times. I got a little note down here for Koricon Nerd. Between 5 and 7 p.m. are my peak times of views. For Koricon Nala, it's like 9 to 11 a.m. my time, or 11 p.m. my time, are the two kind of peaks. For India, it's the almost 12 hours later. But yeah, that's how I organize it. Then I've got like the XSplit. Like, this is rendering right now for the live stream that I'm doing. So that's how I do all that. Is there anything else you wanted to know about the editing before I close Adobe? I try and always do 1080p. I have some videos that are 720p, and that was because at the time I had to do it so that it wouldn't skip. Either it was because my computer was bogged down, or before I got the new internet, I needed to be at 720 just to have the stream be without much lag. I hate lag. So if there's ever a skipping in the video, I bring the resolution down just to keep it from skipping. I would rather have a 720p with no skipping than a 1080p that's skipping. But I haven't really had a problem in a while doing everything in 1080p. Like, this live stream's 1080p, but my internet is insanely awesome. So I'm lucky in that regards. There's a lot of people that watch mobile over computer. I watch everything on the computer. I don't really watch on mobile that much. But mobile is really high, especially in India. Because in India, many of the places outside the cities, like the rural areas, the only internet access they have is through the data on their phone. And so they don't have a hardwired internet. It's all cell tower internet. And so they watch everything on their phone. But out here, a lot of people watch YouTube on their phone, or they listen to the podcasts from their phone while they're working out. So a lot of things are mobile. I'm a little old school. I do everything on my computer. I watch everything on my computer. The only time I use my phone for something is social media, when I'm on the move. But when I'm out and about and I just have my phone with me, I'm normally not watching videos. Every once in a while, but not that often. Oh, and how big are my files? Let's see. Let's see, the last Young Justice for episode 17 was about 2.6 gigs. Yeah, mobile is really high. I don't think I'm going to do all of these trailers. Let's cut out on the Chesil Beach. It just doesn't really sound too interesting to me. Over 2 gigs, yeah. That's why I've got my 2 backup drives are both a terabyte each, and I've got a 2 terabyte hard drive. But I would prefer the larger files with 1080p than to have smaller files. But I mean, you do what you got. You know, if you need to do 720p because that's what your system and hard drives can handle and need to have for storing, then do 720p. I mean, really what makes a video interesting is not the visual. I prefer 1080p, but that's not what keeps people on a channel. It's the personality and audio. The audio quality is what really sells it. If your audio sucks, people are not going to watch. You know, people are going to move on. If your audio is good, then they will watch it no matter what the resolution is. They don't really care, as long as the audio is good. But us as humans, we have less tolerance for bad audio than we do bad video. Hey, Matt. Red Fist Productions. Hey, that actually looks pretty close to your symbol. Look at that. Only my fingers are a little chubbier. Yours are kind of straight. I was just going over some editing stuff with Street Level Critic, talking about how I edit the Young Justice, because I did 17 edit today, and 16 went live. 17's on Patreon now. I should have tagged you in everything, Matt, on the social medias. And the poll is up: who cleans the Hall of Justice? I think it's the sidekicks, personally. I mean, it might be interns, but I think it would be funny to see Robin and Aqualad, you know, especially using their powers. Like, Aqualad could easily mop the floors. Just say it. I see you are getting subs every day, and yes, I saw. Thank you. Yeah, I am. What are we at now? 153. I actually think I lost one today. Seem to remember 154 for some reason. Oh, I should probably do it right here instead of showing the other. There we go. 153. I don't know why that was like that, but okay. Forgot to change it from the last live stream, I guess. Yeah, season 3 is coming out in November. That's why we started, because I hadn't seen the show. I may have seen like parts of an episode here or there, but I haven't like watched the show. And so Matt had the idea that we should react to seasons 1 and 2 leading up to season 3, so that when season 3 comes out, we can just go straight into doing that every week, so that we're all caught up. And it would give us time to maybe build a little bit of an audience for the Young Justice, so that when we get to season 3, we've already got a built-in amount of people that are interested in our reactions and thoughts on Young Justice, so that they tune in for the new episodes. And we haven't really been exactly the best with our schedule. Just because sometimes it's hard to find time to film, but recently we've been okay. I think we missed 1 week a couple of weeks ago, but the past few Fridays I've been able to get the episodes out on time. Try and release them around 5 p.m. on Friday, my time. Mine's Mountain Time. Did I post episode 16 on SoundCloud? No, I don't post the Do I post the Young Justice episodes on SoundCloud? I don't think I do. No, I don't do the Young Justice episodes on SoundCloud just because of the reaction part. I mean, I guess I could. It would just be a little odd for the 6 or 7 minutes on the reaction part. The thing we talked before, episode 16, I think that's already up, isn't it? Or do I even, what happened to that? Do I have that? Did I delete it? I hope I didn't delete it. Yeah, I think it's up there. It's up there as the random conversations. Isn't that random conversation 1? Oh no, that was recorded before 15. Oh no, I couldn't, dude. That was the day, that was the edit that had the bad audio. Because remember, we had to refilm 16. So I lost that whole conversation, that hour-and-a-half conversation leading up to it, because the audio was all messed up. so I couldn't post it. That was where we talked about like RoboCop and all those other different movies. We lost that whole conversation. That was going to be random conversation number 2. And I lost it because the audio was bad. That's what that was. What's the number 1 tip for keeping folks happy on YouTube? Is it consistency? Yes. Well, no, not to keep people happy. I think consistency is the number 1 thing for building an audience. You want to help create a habit of them coming back and watching your videos like every day or every week, however, whatever your time is between videos. So if you're consistent in your schedule, then people come back. That becomes like a habit to come back for the new video for whichever, like, that's why I try and release the Young Justice around 5 p.m. on Friday every week, so that people know that that's where when it's coming, and they kind of create this habit of wanting to see that on Friday. I try and release a video every day, but I can't always do that just because of time. But I try to. But consistency is key for building an audience. For retaining an audience, it's all about the content. You know, people aren't going to watch the Young Justice episodes if me and Matt are super boring. You know, we got to have something interesting to say, and people come back for whatever personality. So if they like my personality, they'll stay. If they hate my personality, then they'll dislike everything and become a hater or just leave. But really just be yourself. The people that like you are going to find you, and the people that don't like you are going to hate on you. That's YouTube. But I think to retain people, it's all about, you know, just doing the best quality of content you can, whether it be with your commentaries, your editing, the video quality, the audio quality, like all of the technical stuff. Try and make that as best as you can with the budget you have. Like, I don't have much money, but I spent money to get a good webcam. I can't afford a camera, so I have the Logitech Brio. So I have like the best webcam you can get, but I don't have like $1,000 to go and buy a DSLR or anything. But I did spend money on a good microphone. I got the Blue Yeti. You know, it's a $120 microphone. It's a good mic, gives me some good audio. Like, especially just on a live stream. Like, I'm not doing, you want to make it, especially for a live stream, you don't want to have to edit your audio in post. You want to be able to use the raw audio, so that when you're doing a live stream, the audio sounds just as good as a normal video. Which one would you rather watch? 3 Ninjas, 4 Turtles. Oh, 3 Ninjas, 4 Turtles 3, or RoboCop 3? Ah, damn, dude. You should add Superman 4 in the mix. I guess I would rather watch Turtles 3. Because at least it's in feudal Japan, and Casey Jones is like, from what I remember, Casey Jones takes some mid-century monks to a bowling alley. I think that's what happens. It's been a long time since I saw Turtles 3. Three Ninjas 4, I mean, I think it's just going to be horrible from what I remember. And RoboCop 3 is just bad also. But yeah, add Superman 4 into the mix. It's your decision, dude. It's you're the one choosing it. Yeah, the Godzilla video. Yeah, that one is up from Twitch. The Twitch live stream was interesting. That was fun. Nobody watched it. It was just me and Matt. I think at one point there were 3 people in there, but they may have been like accidental because no one said anything until the end. Chris, that sometimes comes onto this live stream, you see him commenting on a lot of the videos. He actually showed up right at the end of the, like, he started his Twitch account and he logged on and he came to our Twitch live stream right in time to hear me say toodaloo and then cut out the video. He's like, oh my gosh, man. So at least he's set up for the next one. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. So we've got the two videos we did on Twitch for the live streams, Godzilla and the Black Cauldron. Both videos are on YouTube, and they're also both available on all of the podcast stuff. SoundCloud is where I upload it to, but it's also on iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, Twitch, or Stitch. And then I think there's a couple, hey Matt, I think there's a couple other like podcast websites that just picked up the RSS feed, because I get Google alerts. And I got some random websites that you could get our podcast on. I don't remember what it was, but it was kind of weird. I'm like, I don't remember putting it on that website. So I guess someone else, some other website was like, hey, that's cool. And then took our RSS feed and started showing our stuff. But that's what iTunes and Google Play and all those others do, is I sent them my RSS feed and said, please put me on your platform. And they said, okay. So anyone else that wants to take the RSS feed and put it on all their stuff, that would be cool. Podbean? Don't think so. I think it was called something, maybe Podbean. I thought it was called something else. But it might be Podbean. I don't know. Which show would you like to react to that you haven't seen? Dragon Ball Z, Samurai Jack, Attack on Titan, or Death Note? I would rather do Samurai Jack. Dragon Ball Z doesn't really interest me. Attack on Titan kind of interests me. Death Note doesn't really interest me. I know a lot of people say that they love that show, but it sounds boring to me. Like, I mean, it probably is a great show, but just the idea of it sounds really boring. And I know people that love Death Note probably hate me for saying that. But how can you keep that story going for that long? And I hate teenagers. I don't want to watch a teenager that has the ability to kill people. I don't know. It doesn't sound appealing to me, Death Note. And I could just be crazy, or I've got a thing in my mind that makes it look bad even though it's not, which is probably true. But Samurai Jack I haven't seen, but I've always wanted to watch. I just never sat down and actually watched it. Death Note is 38 episodes. I guess that would be an interesting one to do if we had enough time. Have I watched One Punch Man? No, I haven't. But I saw Blind Wave was doing reactions for it. I think they've liked it. I haven't seen any of their reactions for the show. But I heard it was interesting. But it kind of looked like a Dragon Ball Z kind of thing. And again, I know there's a huge fan base for Dragon Ball, but the shows, again, look really boring to me. Like, some of the episodes I've stumbled across are basically them just doing this for 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, is that it? You're not doing anything. I don't get it. But I probably, just because I haven't seen many of the episodes, that I don't find it interesting. And it's the same thing with like Power Rangers. Power Rangers came out when I was older. I wasn't the right age for it. And so I just found it really dumb. But I was 15 when it came out. G.I. Joe Renegades. I haven't even heard about that one. No, I haven't reacted to it yet, dude. Anything. We've been talking for the past hour. Yeah, Matt would. Matt loves G.I. Joe and Transformers shows, so he would know all of them. Hey, Matt, are there any Transformers or G.I. Joe shows that you haven't seen? Yeah, I figured you'd seen them all. Alright, let's at least get one reaction in. I know it's a slow reaction week, but I do want to at least get this one done. It's number 19 on trending. It's a new Netflix movie, and it's called The Outsider. So I do want to see this one at least. Rescue Bots. Hey, Matt, did you watch Rescue Bots? Did you watch all of it? Be honest. Because you answered him very quickly on that. Oh, okay. You've seen 5 episodes. Well, you need to catch up, man. You need to totally get through Rescue Bots. I don't know why you're slacking on that. Oh, yeah. The Lost in Space show. I'll do that one too. Yeah, the TV show trailer came out. I remember someone saying that. I didn't put it on my list, but let's do that one too. So let's just do The Outsider, and because the other ones I'm not really too interested in. So let's cut out these. And we'll do Outsider. We'll just keep it a Netflix day. Outsider and the Lost in Space TV show. See, that's the cool thing about this live stream. I can interact and edit on the fly. Instead of doing 6 reaction videos where 5 of them I'm not interested in, I can do 2 that I'm interested in, where 1 of them I didn't even consider in the first place. So, thank you. I don't do video game trailers because I don't play a lot of video games. I mean, they would look cool, but I don't really have much information to add. Like, everything that I would analyze and add about it would be cinematically. Wouldn't have anything to do with gameplay. And there's a lot of game channels out there. Do I react to honest trailers? No, I don't react to other YouTube videos, just trailers. I used to. I've done a couple of honest trailers back when I first started, like 2.5 years ago. Just when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do on the channel. But I'm kind of moving away from being a reaction channel and trying to be more of a review channel. Like, my reactions for Young Justice, I don't really consider them reactions because the reaction part is very small. It's really a review of the episode where me and Matt just talk about the episode. It's more of a discussion. That's the interesting part to me. The reaction is give or take. I could cut out the whole reaction and I would still enjoy the video. So I love honest trailers. I watch them all, but I don't react to them. I really just react to trailers. Also with video games, you have a high risk of getting a copyright issue. Not with the gameplay itself, but with the music. Actually, I already did. Street Level mentioned something about Annihilation. And so I announced that you, me, and Ian are going to be reviewing Annihilation, or having discussions on Twitch for Annihilation and Mute. So, on Thursday, but we haven't really figured out a time yet. But keep track on the social medias, because I'll be posting about it. But yeah, we'll be live on Twitch sometime on Thursday. We'll be doing 2 live streams back to back. One for Annihilation and one for Mute, the new Duncan Jones movie. Yeah, I'm excited too. I need to find out what time when I can watch Annihilation. I'm thinking maybe Monday. I was gonna see it on Sunday, but then my second job called today and asked if I could come in and cover someone's shift on Sunday, so now I'm working all day on Sunday. But I might be off on Monday. If not, then Tuesday. But I should be able to see it before Thursday, absolutely. And Mute, I'll watch whenever I'm done doing these Breathe episodes for the Koricon Nala channel. I watch so much content, I end up using the 2x speed feature on YouTube. Yeah. I have no problem with that. I mean, it makes me sound funny. When I'm editing, I put it in it's like a 2, actually I think it's a 3 speed while I'm editing, just to get through, like scrubbing the content for flaws. But when I watch a video, I always watch it at the normal speed. I watch everything at the normal speed. I'm not one of those that likes to see things in double speed, but I totally understand why people do it. I know there's a lot of people that watch my videos in double speed. See ya, Matt. I'll, I'll hit you up probably tomorrow and, see what would be a good time with Ian on Thursday when we want to do this. Make sure you watch Mute with the sound on. Ah, you're a funny guy there. Ah, I see what you did. The puns. The puns are good. Why is there no sound? The movie's called Mute. Oh, man. Do they at least have subtitles? That's a stupid joke. But let's do this one. Let's watch The Outsider. Let's check this out. Let's do it.
Do you know what it means? It's a fable. The koi fish who can swim up a waterfall becomes a dragon.
Oh yeah, Jared Leto is in this. Wow.
I understand.
That's a Japanese play, opera.
Sometimes we fight the current.
Sumo!
Sometimes it's important to flow the river. To become a Yakuza is a choice. You train one type of family for another. You can never go back. They don't give a shit about their traditions or whatever the fuck it is that you're here to try to explain to me. We won. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. And now you can get the fuck out of my office.
Dang! This is gonna be bloody goodness. Oh! That looks really interesting. Like, cinematically, it looks good. I like that drone shot. I like the tattoo shot. Apparently, Mr. Leto here is joining the Yakuza. And the time period is like right after World War II, I'm assuming. So I like period pieces. Yeah, it looks like the 1950s. Like I like this shot right here. A little bit of slow-mo. But when he's talking to this guy, it looks like the 50s. And then he beats him with the the typewriter. Jared Leto looks pretty good in this. Ooh, bloody. I like this spray here. Boom, 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 boom. Now there's a lot of edits in there. I'm hoping that's just the trailer. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 edits in there. I'm hoping that is just the trailer. Yeah, the Yakuza. Yeah. Just to edit it to the music. Exactly. I think they were just doing that to edit to the music and the gunfire. That's very popular with trailers these days, is editing to the gunfire sound. Having the gunfire match the beat of the music. It didn't really match the beat of the music in this, but they did have a drum beat for every gunfire. It's because you weren't hearing the audio from the movie. But I think it looks interesting. I like the fact that it's a period piece. 1950s. Haven't really seen much from that time period on the Yakuza. So, why not? Jared Leto, Japan, 1950s. I'm there. I'm totally sold. What do you think? What do you think? Comment below and let us know your thoughts. Woohoo! Links in the description. Like, share, and subscribe. You're not interested? What is it that you don't find interesting about it? Jared Leto doesn't really catch your attention. I guess I could see that. I could understand that. Ever since Suicide Squad, many people have not really kind of trusted him in a movie role. But he was really good in Blade Runner 2049. A bit over the top, but that was the character and fit the tone of the film. It is a Netflix movie, dude. Of course it looks like a Netflix movie. It is a Netflix movie. All right. Lost in Space. You like eye candy? I can understand that. I'm a little bit more forgiving. Because sometimes a movie may not have eye candy, but the story would be interesting. And I think the cinematography looks good, especially for a lower budget film. You know, it's not a $100 million movie. It looks like it probably was made with 20 or 30 million. Let me know where the dad is from. I've been waiting all day, don't want to look it up. Okay, the dad in Lost in Space. Okay, I may not know, but I could look it up after I watch the trailer. I could totally do that. Alright, well, let's watch the Lost in Space trailer. I guess this is the date announcement trailer. And we'll see what they got.
Humankind evolves.
He looks like the same kid in the movie and the old TV shows.
Plagues, wars, disasters from above.
I recognize him.
Our skills, our languages, our very bodies in order to live. Earth is our home, but only so long as it keeps us safe. When this world can no longer serve that purpose.
I don't know where the dad is from. He looks familiar, though.
Another chance.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
The rest of human history begins now.
Impact detected. Brace for impact.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Danger. I was waiting for that. I knew they would have to throw that in there at some point. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. It's very deep, guttural sound to it. I mean, we didn't really get too much. We get some cinematic scenes of them walking slow, or what I call the Michael Bay movement. The father, I don't know where he's from, but he does look familiar. So let's look him up. Let's see. Lost in Space. Did you watch the original show? He's from Black Sails. Okay. I haven't seen Black Sails. But I recognize him from something else. Space Cowboys. What? Oh, and he was in Die. That's where I recognize him. He plays the bad guy in Die Another Day. He was the North Korean that used surgery to make him look like a white guy. That's where I know him from. Because I liked that movie. That was the one with Halle Berry. Yeah, if they didn't have the danger line, it would have been I mean, people would wait for that. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. But that's why he looked familiar to me, was Die Another Day. Totally. Totally. Toby Stevens. Well, dude, I think I'm going to end this live stream. But you guys tell me what you think. Comment below and let us know your thoughts on Lost in Space. And also go to the other one we did on the live stream, which was The Outsiders. And give us your opinions. Or you could do it on this live stream down below. You can do that too. Like, share, and a subscribe. Tell your friends. See you, Street Level Man. And I will see you on the next video. Alright, let's end this. See you, Street Level. If you want, in about an hour and a half, I'll be doing the live stream on Koricon Nala. But that's going to be mostly Indian content. But you're welcome to come and join that. Do the dance. I don't have any music, though. Alright, I'll see you later. I gotta get ready for the other live stream on Koricon Nala. Peace.